Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. When I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself right now in real time, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next. So in respect of your time, if you are looking for a video where somebody's doing a trade recap or talking to you with hindsight in their favor, this won't be a video for you. But if you are open to the idea of an unscripted, raw, nitty-gritty, dirty look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, then I'm confident you'll get some value here out of this video. So I will pause the recording software for now, and I'll be back at the market open. All right, market is open, watching TGT, and I'm very curious about that 153 mark as a short. So need to see the price get up to that area though before I'd be interested at all. So potentially looking to go short, build a trade plan around that 153 mark. But like I said, got to see how things continue to play out, but that's the current game plan. I will go ahead and pause. Okay, watching 191.75 as potential short, although there goes target finally. Getting right up at that 153 mark. Not quite. So watching 191.75. Let's see if I can get filled here. Did I miss it? Just come up and back test me a little bit here. There we go. In on a back test. Let's see if this thing wants to come back down now. So took off 100 there because there is the VWAP, which could present a problem. And is presenting a problem. Still have 100 shares though. If this thing wants to keep on coming down, then that would be fantastic. Yeah, looks like it's bouncing, so I'll just call it. Yeah, look at that. I couldn't have timed that at $100.00. So as you can see right there, the bounce right off that VWAP. Might still be another trade on it, but so as you can see, 153 is certainly playing a role. It's the problem is this thing's such a big gap down. It's almost, there we go. You can see it a little bit easier there. What is that? 151, 152.75. This thing is, so watching 153 here. Let's see if it wants to come back into play. And as I've mentioned, 153 has been that interesting level the whole time. Ooh, Tesla, that area down there. Brutal move there. There's 153. Did I miss it? I did. It's too hesitant. Well, I was looking over at Tesla though. Ah, there it goes. Yeah, that move. Yeah, 191, an interesting level, but now kind of a sketchy level because every time it's been down there, it has bounced. Coin 52.75. Okay, interesting level. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Watching coin here at 52.60. Tesla, that area still very, very interesting. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, watching 153 now for short on target if 153 comes back into play. But as of now, that's looking like that was a true breakout there. So never mind. That has seemingly been a genuine breakout. But even if 153 were to come back into play, the risk profile now is just completely distorted. So, yeah, never mind on that one. I'll go ahead and pause. All right, going to try to get here short at 161.50. Look for a bit of a move back up to fill me on a back test. Don't want to chase it down. But, yep, this thing just keeps dropping. So, didn't get that one. Ooh, no. Wow, and nvda, a morning of misses. Maybe that'll be the title of this video. A morning of misses, just being a little bit too slow. But look at that move. So right idea, just a tad slow, never gave me a chance, and then up it goes. So the markets are also reflecting that too in some senses. So I could do a breakdown or get out. 300. All right, I will pause. Okay, watching Amazon here for a 96 short. Oh, there we go. Short Amazon 96. Beautiful looking 5 minute. Let me bring over the 5 minute. You can see right there, which is mainly what this trade was based upon. Oh, good old targets looking pretty. All right, I'm going to hop out there for a $47 loss because target over here is actually looking very interesting. Right around the 152.50 mark. So let's keep an eye on that. All right, I will go ahead and pause, but Amazon was a losing trade, and I am now up 53 on the day. I will go ahead and pause. 152.50 watching. How did I not get in at 152.50? I'll have to scroll back, but I could have sworn that the bid on the level twos was showing 152.50 when I hit that, when I tried to hit the bid. Clearly something changed. So I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat, but I could have sworn that was me being extra conservative and trying to take that trade, but that's also kind of what's nice about these is like I'll be able to go back and like, so what happened on that one? Yeah, just looking around here. And I was just getting my marker in play because I realized some of you may, what do you mean bid on level two? This is the level twos, that's the bid of the level two. And if you scroll back, I could have sworn that it showed the one, what was it, 152.50 when I was trying to get in there. All right, I will pause. Watching 151.75 here on TGT. I want to try to see if it actually shows that's trying to break down through this consolidation area right here. But the 5 minute is just, it just seems like this thing wants to tip over. So there's the 5 minute. But you got to give credit where credit's due. It's hanging in there so far. But at what point does it kind of just break the will of the bulls is the question. And for me, 151.75 seems to be an area that the bulls have finally surrendered. But right now, they're putting up a fight. And, you know, if anything, almost like a 50-50 at this point. Now, I don't think it's a 50-50 at 151.75. That's where I feel as though an edge starts to come into play. But as of right now, yeah, it just seems like it could go really either direction. But I will go ahead and pause. Okay, watching 152.25 now. In at 152.27. Bit of a change of plans, but that's based on the candlestick that is forming and has formed and will hopefully continue to get even more continuation here. But let's see if this thing can get down to 152 and then get that break there. Beautiful candle. Beautiful candle. It's just a question of, does this mean, is this a leading indicator of more downwards pressure? So can we get down through 152? That'll be the first big break point. Okay, took off a small little section. So it could still very well be a losing trade, just not as big of a losing trade because I've locked in a small amount of gains, but more so reduced position size. Gonna do that again. Just because, yeah, there was a lot of downwards momentum behind that candle and it seemingly is potentially disappearing, but I could be wrong and that's why I'm still hanging on to 200 shares. So I hope that I'm wrong. But as of now, it's definitely holding up and being very, very stubborn. But yeah, 152. Can it break? I will go ahead and pause for now. And if it looks like I'm going to have to just exit the remaining position, or if it looks like the break may be getting ready to happen, then I'll get the video rolling at that point. Okay, at 152 on the bid. Can it push down through? Okay, there's the break. Wow, and that fast right back above it. So taking off another 100 at that very, very lackluster break of what, yep, I'm out. So winning trade, but essentially a losing trade. Such a great candle, got somewhat of a move, and look at that, just back up, look, wow. Whew. Yep, level twos right here, as I pointed out earlier. A tool that is not perfect. Nothing is perfect, but a tool that definitely serves a purpose and definitely can play a role in things. Although, remember, 151.75, that was my original area that I said. And 151.75 could still very well be the level that gets this thing moving. Oh, but nvda is whispering my name. 161, yeah, that's not terrible. 161.35. Yeah, actually not bad at all. 161.35 watching. In at 161.40. Okay, got a nice little fill. See if this thing wants to pull back some. Ah, look at that. Pulling a target on me now all of a sudden, but see if it wants to come back down. Five minutes looking solid. Just a question of does it want to come down? So for a second, acted like it wanted to break down through. So have 200 shares left because once again, my confidence is starting to wane. Yep, I'll go with 100 shares. Yep, all right, out. So lost $5 on that trade. Disappointing. And I might give it another go, but yeah, okay. What I will do is if this thing gets over if this thing hits 162, I would be interested at 161.50. So step one, it's got to hit 162. And if it can do that, and then if I have a chance at 161.50, I will get in at that point. But I'll go ahead and pause for now. Little update here on Target. Still basically doing nothing. Spiked up on that one, as you saw after I got out. Came back down a little bit, but nothing, and then heading right back up. And nvda, still just hanging around. And so potentially could still play out. So there is the price hitting 162. Didn't hit it exactly, but close enough. So if 161.50 wants to come back into play, I'd be interested. Close enough. Let's see if we can get some movement to the downside here. 161.50 is going to be that key point. So let's see if it wants to come back down and then ideally break down through. Markets are looking great, and nvda is not looking great. Oh man, look at this. Tesla dropping. Seems as though I might have picked the only one that's actually going up through all this. We'll see if the market's going to help bail me out. But things are certainly not looking good right now. But like I said, the markets are looking good. So we'll see if the market's going to help drag this thing down. So coming back down. Can we get through 161.50 though? Big bid. There's the break. Can we get some more though? Took off some there. Going with 200 shares now. Uh-oh, markets are bouncing. So I guess I made a little bit of money on that one. I just can't. Markets were looking great. Check the SPY out. Great candle coming down, and now all of a sudden a bounce back up. So the markets did ultimately help me out with nvda, but I did not get continuation because as you're seeing here, the markets are now bouncing back up. So you saw nvda trying to be strong there for a while, and I commented, oh great, you know, this is the only thing going. But the markets were coming down, which eventually did drag nvda back down and helped me out. But it helped me out in the sense of it gave me a winning trade, but just no continuation from it. All right, I will go ahead and pause. Markets coming back down in at 161.04. This is a play on the markets, not necessarily on nvda itself. I'm looking for the markets to give some continuation here. But once again, yeah, what a this thing just does not want to let go. Still have 158 shares. But yeah, notice it just doesn't want to break. The level 2s don't want to actually break and start to really open up. Give it a chance though. All right, I gave it a chance. Did not want to work. I think I got to just wrap it up. Very clearly, I don't have it today. I don't have any sort of sense of timing at all. And sometimes for those of you that are longer time viewers of these videos, you've watched and you've seen me get in, and as soon as I get in, the price just boop, right in my favor it goes. But that is very clearly not been the case. What's up with this? Why isn't this on my recording screen? Because I have another trade. Let's do this. Yeah, what's going on? There we go. There's my loss. There we go. I don't know what happened with my windows there, but there we go. All right, everything is now on screen there. So yeah, I mean, I've been winning. I had that one losing trade. I just, like I said, my timing just isn't quite there. And yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. But I am definitely going to go ahead and wrap it up because at this point, I just got to admit to myself, Clay, you just don't have it today for whatever reason. And as I talk, I look over at the 5-minute and 151.75. You've heard me talk about that level over and over again, and yet it's still there. Now, and this is not me being upset. This is not me revenge trading. You heard me talk about 151.75. A long time ago before any of this. So I am going to go ahead and keep an eye on 151.75. If that comes into play, this is just, it's the right thing to do. It makes perfect sense based on all of this. So let me just pause and we'll see if 151.75 comes into play. You can see here I've officially made the alert to my private community to 151.75. So not that members just blindly follow, but they can choose what to do with it. Maybe they agree, disagree with that level. Maybe they think it's more of 152. But it's now been alerted, so let's just see if it actually comes into play, and more so out of curiosity's sake. So there's essentially the trend line there. Yeah, I like 151.75. I will pause. Perhaps risky, but I'm going to change back to 152 because that would be a break now of the trend line, but still doesn't necessarily mean it clears the entire range, but I am trying to anticipate the fact that the entire range will be cleared. So I'll use 152 as my marker for that if it comes into play. But just wanted to give a quick little update. Okay, they're in at 153.25. Let the price come up to me, got filled on the offer, and this thing is either a start of a much stronger move or it's not, and it's going to come back down. So a relatively simple premise right now, and we'll just have to see what it actually wants to do. Again, I'm in at 153.25, so let's see if it does indeed want to come down. It is coming down. So why is this thing so jumpy? Yes, you are hearing frustration in my voice. I don't deny that at all. I have no idea how I did not get a little bit better of a fill on though. I guess we're looking at a 20-cent spread. Target, I wouldn't normally think of that, but let's see if it does want to come back down. Still have 200 shares. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just that big spread. Okay, so have 100 shares left now, and I'm just going to take it. So then at the same time, yeah, so from a risk reward standpoint, that one worked out just fine. I mean, I was getting, but yeah, now it's going back up as I watch it off screen. All right, yeah, I officially, because that I mean, if there's anything encouraging about today that I hope you can take away from it, is this. Think about it. I'm assuming you're sitting there saying, dude, like if this is your first video, you're a terrible trader. And I hear you. I can totally understand why you would say that. But think about this. Under that premise that I am a terrible trader, as bad as this trading was, as much as I couldn't time anything to save my life, I'm still sitting at 292 with commissions. Let's just call it 280 bucks. And it hasn't even been an hour. Where in the market can you make $280 being relatively terrible in an hour? Not many places. All I would ask though is, hey, check out some of my other videos, because you'll see sometimes I'm making, there's some videos out there. I think there's one that's like $2,500 in 5 minutes. So, but just to counterbalance that, though, if you see that video, just realize that those days don't happen every day either. Every day is a mixed trick, but at the time you just gotta let your strategy, let things go. And sometimes even if you have a strategy, even if you're looking at things, your timing just won't quite be where it needs to be. And yes, as I look over here at target, it just encapsulates look at that, up it goes. So, I'm glad I got out where I did, because it came down, started to maybe show me, and then just like that, up it went. So just, the cherry on top, yeah, my timing was just not here. But like I said, if you take anything away from it, just realize you don't have to be a perfect trader. You can make, and I don't want to say mistakes, because I didn't make mistakes. My timing was just off. So it's not like I was just, stupid this, stupid that. It was just, no, I couldn't quite time things up the way they needed to be timed up. But under those circumstances, still walking away $280 in under an hour. And the final quick trick I'll leave you with: would you ever go up to somebody, and let's not even use minimum wage. Let's say somebody makes $50 an hour. Would you ever go up to somebody that makes $50 an hour and they're like, I made $280 in less than an hour? Not very happy about it. They would look at you, rightfully so, as the biggest greedy savage that's walking the face of the earth. So from that point of view, I am very, very grateful to have $280 in my pocket in less than an hour on a day where I just wasn't feeling it. I really didn't have quote unquote it. So feel great about it. And yeah, going back here to target, as I sign out here, you'll just see summarizes everything right there. Up it goes, and still made money on it. But yeah, the timing is just not there. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We're going on almost 30 minutes. So if you're still here right now listening, hey, I consider us friends at this point. So hit that like button, leave a comment below. And yeah, sometimes you just won't have it. Welcome to the club. It happens to everybody. Take care. Have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.